Hey guys, so both Eula and Itto are coming to the event banner in the 2.3 update, and with majority of us having limited Primo Gems, it can be a tough decision on which character to pull for if you plan to go for either one of the characters. Note that in this discussion, I will be discussing these characters without taking into account their looks and animations, so if you're someone who wants to pull for either Eula and Itto based off those things, then this video isn't really for you and you should pull on the character that you really want. Without further ado, let us begin. First, let us look at some similarities between the two characters. Both Eula and Itto uses the Claymore and are DPS characters. Both Eula and Itto are non-reaction DPSs, meaning they don't rely on reactions such as Vape or Freeze, as Eula is a physical DPS and Itto is a Geo DPS which does not synergize with other elements to increase the damage output. Both Eula and Itto uses a stack mechanic. Eula's burst stacks can increase depending on how many hits you can carry out, and it will increase the burst damage depending on how many stacks you have. Itto has a similar mechanic where his normal hits and his elemental skill contributes to stacks which can be consumed on charge attacks. Now let's look at why you should pull for either one of the characters compared to the other. Since she is a rerun character, people have already tested out her damage output and you can be confident with the kind of damage and playstyle you can expect with good investments. If you want someone who has been tested out to be a very good physical DPS, Eula may be the right choice for you. There have been many people who completed the Spiral Abyss with Eula, so you should not worry about her playability in the Abyss. Another good thing about Eula is that her artifacts are relatively resin efficient compared to Itto. The 2-piece Bloodstained Chivalry and the 2-piece Pale Flame is a really good artifacts choice, and you can obtain the Bloodstained Chivalry from the crafting table. You can also swap out the Pale Flame for Gladiators if you have any pieces lying around to save some resin. However, with Itto, you will need to farm the new artifact set, which may take a lot of time and resin. This is based off speculation, but Eula might have more flexibility in team comms compared to Itto. A lot of the 4 stars are good options for Eula like Diona or Fischl, and you can even reverse melt with Bandit. Furthermore, if you have a Raiden Shogun sitting around doing nothing, a Raiden Eula team will synergize really well, with Raiden providing energy and super conduct, which reduces physical resistance for Eula. Since Itto is a new character, we are unsure if the damage of Itto is worse, equal, or better than Eula. This in a way is a gamble that you will have to go with if you decide to go for Itto. Itto's damage output might be better than Eula, or it could be worse. We won't exactly know for sure until we have Itto, which becomes playable in the second half of 2.3. Itto is speculated to work really well with Goro, which will buff the entire geo damage of the team, and a 4-star character on Itto's banner. This means that you have a really good chance to have an optimal pairing with the two. If you have characters like Zhongli or Albedo in your account, it can be beneficial to triple or go full on Geo on a team, as Goro benefits from more Geo characters in the party. This team pairing might create one of the best Geo team pairing in Genshin, and it is something new that we have not really seen before. Do know that Itto will work really well on Geo teams, but may not work as well with non-Geo characters, which does limit its team comps. Most Abyss teams and meta teams don't consist of the Geo main DPS, and Itto might be able to change that. If you're tired of the usual melt vape teams or physical teams, this playstyle might be good for you, as a Geo Supremacy playstyle is rarely seen, and this could shine a spotlight on a new type of team building. This type of team will add some variety to the gameplay, and could potentially make Genshin fun again for some people. In conclusion, I think both characters are very promising Claymore users, and it all depends on what you have in your account. For a meta perspective, it is better to pull for a character which you have supports for so that you can have a solid team. While Eula is a safer option for a stronger DPS, Itto brings something new to Genshin Impact, and it might be just fun and interesting for you. That's it for this video, and if you did enjoy this, do consider subscribing and liking this video as it helps the channel out a lot. Do let me know which character you're playing and reasons why, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.